Imagine, the world's most legendary conqueror, Alexander the Great, met his demise at the mere age of 32. Was it a fever, poison, or something more mysterious? Today, we're diving into the age mystery of Alexander the Great's death. Was it natural? Was it sinister? Or was there another twist? Let's start at the beginning. Alexander was born in 356 BC in Pella, Macedonia. His father was King Philip II, and his mother was Queen Olympias. From a young age, Alexander was groomed for greatness. Imagine being tutored by Aristotle himself. Yes, the famous philosopher was Alexander's personal tutor. At the age of 20, Alexander ascended to the throne after his father's assassination. He quickly dealt with his enemies at home before setting his sights on the massive Persian Empire. Now, let's delve into his legendary conquests. Alexander embarked on an unprecedented military campaign through Asia Minor, Syria, Egypt, and beyond. His tactics are still studied in military schools today. For instance, the Battle of Issus, where he defeated a much larger Persian force, is a classic example of his strategic brilliance. Alexander's empire eventually stretched from Greece to northwestern India. Think about that for a second. An empire that spanned 3 continents and included dozens of cultures. Why is Battle of Issus, 333 B, so significant? The year is 333 BC, and the location is Issus, in what is now southern Turkey. Well, it marked a pivotal moment in Alexander's campaign against the Persians. It was his second major battle against Darius III, the Persian king, and a decisive victory that set the stage for his ultimate conquest of the Persian Empire. Before we dive deeper, let's understand who these 2 key players were. Alexander the Great, known for his unparalleled ambition and military prowess, was barely 25 years old at the time of this battle. Darius III, on the other hand, was a relatively inexperienced king who inherited a vast but troubled empire. Now, onto the battle itself. Imagine 2 armies facing each other, uncertainty hanging in the air. Darius's army significantly outnumbered Alexander's, with estimates suggesting he had about 100,000 troops compared to Alexander's 40,000. Despite the odds, Alexander's strategy was nothing short of brilliant. He used the narrow terrain to his advantage, which limited the number of troops Darius could deploy at once, neutralizing the numerical advantage. Picture the moment when Alexander, leading from the front, charged directly at Darius. This bold move caused panic in the Persian ranks. Witnessing their king in retreat triggered a domino effect among the troops, leading to a chaotic collapse in their defensive line. The aftermath of this battle was dramatic. Darius fled, leaving his family and a treasure trove behind, which Alexander captured. This victory was not just about territory. It was a huge psychological win for Alexander and his army, boosting their morale and solidifying Alexander's reputation as an invincible leader. How did this battle change things? Post-Issus, Alexander gained control of the eastern Mediterranean coast, cutting off Persia's naval bases and isolating Darius from his Greek allies. This strategic isolation played a crucial role in Alexander's continued successes as he moved deeper into Persian territory. Here's a chilling yet fascinating detail. In the aftermath, Alexander found himself in Darius's tent, where he encountered his family. Instead of taking revenge, Alexander assured them of their safety, showcasing his respect towards his enemies. But Alexander's impact wasn't just about conquest. He founded over 20 cities, many of which were named Alexandria, serving as hubs of culture, science, and administration. The most famous Alexandria in Egypt became a renowned center of learning and housed the Great Library. Alexander also spread Greek culture, language, and ideas throughout his empire in a period known as the Hellenistic Age. This blending of cultures could be seen as one of the first forms of globalization. Remarkably, his policies and governance fostered an era of economic prosperity and cultural exchange. Now, consider his character and leadership. Alexander led from the front, literally. He fought alongside his men, which boosted the morale of his troops tremendously. He was known for his charismatic personality and his ability to inspire loyalty among his diverse subjects. But what led to such an abrupt end for a conqueror who seemed invincible? First, let's talk about his last days. According to historical accounts, Alexander suffered intense fever and pain after a long banquet. Was it just a sickness, or was there something more sinister at play? First theory, poisoning. Some historians suggest that Alexander was poisoned by political rivals. Imagine the scene, a royal banquet, a room filled with allies and adversaries, any one of whom might have had a motive to see Alexander gone. But if it was poison, why did the symptoms take so long to manifest? Second theory, natural causes. Doctors now think he might have died from an old wound that turned fatal, or perhaps from a disease like typhoid fever. Remember, Alexander had been wounded several times in battle and was known for pushing his body to the limits. Third theory, autoimmune disorder. Another modern theory suggests that Alexander could have suffered from an autoimmune disorder that led to his sudden death. This would explain the fever and the joint pain he reportedly experienced in his final days. Transitioning from the theories, let's talk about the impact of his death. Alexander's death left a power vacuum that led to the breakup of his empire. This changed the course of history in the ancient world. Think about it. What would the world look like today if he had lived longer and established a stable succession? Historical impact of his death. The unexpected death of Alexander the Great left his empire unstable, leading to the wars of the Diadochi, where his generals fought fiercely for control. His early and mysterious passing changed the course of history in significant ways. Latest research and developments. We now come to the newest developments in the research around Alexander's death. Scientists have been using modern technology like forensic analysis to understand more about his health during his last days. Though this might not solve the mystery completely, it brings us closer to understanding what could have transpired. So there you have it. A look at one of the greatest mysteries in history surrounding one of its most legendary figures. What do you think was the most plausible reason for Alexander's death? Hit the like button if you enjoyed this deep dive into history, and don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating historical content. Share your thoughts and theories in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video where history comes alive right here on our channel.